welcome to the Archangel Michael's live. Let's go traveling. And we'll see the countryside. Well, everyone will be on other chats. I think Gordon's live. And, well, with Archangel Michael going out bush, we'll turn him around and give us a little bit of a tour of the country. How quickly it can go to desolation. Just like that, bang. Traveling. Pretty sure this is a dead end, but we'll check it out. Over there, old trailing mine, and go all along there, see where it's all been. I'll zoom in for you. Where the water's been at the side of it. All these man-made cliffs and mountains, and that used to be flat land. Now people will see it as progress, but me, my old way, that's the killing of the mother. You got to be careful because you've got cars coming, as you can see. You've got to be courteous. Country driving and that. So what I'll do is I'll turn the lights on, even though it's the middle of the day and the sun is shining. You still can see, believe it or not, having a black or white car when you're driving along, it just seems to disappear to other people when you're driving towards it. Yeah, tendency of having an accident. I think I've got to turn around here, but we'll go and have a check. It's obviously a place where people come check out the mine. Yep, got a daily walk with the dog. Not hurting no one. Just a old couple out enjoying their walk. Well, if I had the mask on, they'd be really freaking out. But they're not. So, and have a look at this mine. They've got it all fenced off. Hey, Garn. Yeah, I'm a content creator for YouTube, so I'm filming right now live. There we're going up. I don't film them, you have to ask permission. Allow people on. I don't bother them, but you gotta let them know. Old cockies around here, they seem all like that, but then I was straight on the phone. Oh, ring up, I don't know who he is, old man in black. Who was that guy? This is observation point for one of the mines in KOOLGARDIE. See if we can get a better view. You got the generator down there, as you can see, that little yellow thing. So, I'd say they dig in a tunnel. That's going night and day. We'll keep oxygen in there. The tracks are regularly used, so there's someone down there. But that's it. Goes further down, the KALGOORLIE, see a bit. That's way deeper than this. This is as deep as the Grand Canyon. There's the town of KOOLGARDIE. straight from the back end. Yes, quite interesting. Oh, I see, I've got to get in the shade here. I can't actually read on the phone at the moment. Where are we going? Well, we're at the back of COOLGARDIE at the moment. That's, like I said, that's the operational one. As you can see, it's all fenced off, designed for the tourists to come and have a little gander observation. They got that up at the super pit too, but I don't want to go that far until tomorrow probably, when I've got more fuel in the vehicle. So we'll just go for maybe a 100k drive or so. We'll see how we go. I haven't been up this section for a little while, and they've done a lot of grading and changing roads because people are reclaiming all the old mines, reopen them back up because they've got better equipment to extract all the gold, the minerals. Hey, with the miners, right, it's not just for gold. You get the opportunity to mine the bloody 114 minerals on the scale that you can mine. And where my country is, because I've got native title, well, yellow sand is not classed as mineral. And if I had a fleet of trucks, I could start bloody shoveling out bloody ton loads of bloody yellow sand, the beach sand. You just take the top layer off about that thick of the red dirt, and it's like the original under bloody water ocean, the bottom of the ocean, all bloody beach sand, sand dunes. I'll just get the seatbelt on. Safety first. Always safety. That light going. Check around you. Alright. When you're travelling, never be in a rush if you haven't been to an area for a while. Don't get too hoony in that, because you just never know what they've done to the road or how the road's going to be, especially it's just like it rained last night, so that's why I didn't go live last night. Too much interference in the transmission. So this ground could just get very soggy very quickly. Lucky I've got a shovel in the back, but I don't really want to get bogged in this one. Toyota Land Cruiser I used to have, well, that'd go anywhere, but had to trade him in. Get too expensive with the licenses and bloody tyres and crap, so downscaled, but newer model car. And this sits a bit higher than the regular Holden series vehicles. Even though I've got mags on, if I put the original Pursuities on, it'd sit a little bit higher still. I've got a spare one for that, so I've got to source 4 more when I come out here. You can see, you've got to be careful. What about any time? Oh. And there's now a thing on the side, usually it's called a little blue bush. We call them a blue bush. It's got a little bit of a purple blue haze to it. Now you've got to be careful. I'll turn back around, get a bit too rough. Go back where I came from. Like I said, I haven't been here for a while, and my luck will end up going up to a pegged up mine. Someone will come out with a shotgun, way down here. And they are like that up here. It can be like that. At the moment, I don't have any proper travel through country town equipment. And what I mean by that is, well, you get some people that watch these tourists and that come through the town. You see a bit higher up view. And well, they'll follow you up, see where you camp, try and knock off all your gear, or maybe even do something to you. So if you look like a tourist, they'll target you, some people. Not all the time, it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen, especially where I go, bloody real deep country. So if you put a miner's bloody overalls on with all the fluoros and that, they just think you're off to one of the mines up there and they completely leave you alone. So little bit of a chameleon disguise. But that's just me, because I know what it's bloody like out here. You get destitute, very silly, very quickly. Like, well, 2 nights ago, you had a 25-year-old girl. She got disgruntled for some reason, jumped the fence. She knew how to drive a semi-trailer, so she had one there hooked up with 2 big trailers, and she drove it through KALGOORLIE, running amok. Police seen her on the wrong side of the road. Tried to pull her up, and she bloody smashed it into the boyfriend's fence before they got her and pulled her out the truck. So I kind of reckon she might have been wanting to drive it right through the boyfriend's house somehow. It gets like that down here. You know, whether that was just a relationship or drug involved and that, no one's to know. But yeah, I was quite surprised when I said 25-year-old female. They ripped her out the truck, and she had no worries about driving that truck. She knew what she was doing. Yes. Well, just take a little bit of a drive around the other side, coming another way. Oh, little dip pops out. Now that night, you probably wouldn't have seen that one. Oh, there we go, see? Back to civilization, just like that. I'll go for a bit more of a drive. Take it down the road a bit further. So, yeah, plenty of bloody fuel for now. We'll be right for the next few days. Good thing about this one, it's bloody so economical on petrol. And for a 1.4 litre motor, which I can basically take out and tuck under my arm, I can lift the motor, and I'll probably tuck it under my arm too, pull it out. It's got a hell of a lot of grunt. So they definitely souped up the bloody engines when I was playing around with the old Datsuns and bloody Geminis. Yep. Alright. SV, you got to be careful, wide road. Trucks can come at any time. And when you're travelling, those trucks are in charge. You give them as wide a berth as you can. There's no point messing with trucks. Now, I'll put this down because you've got the police there, and I might not be allowed to hold the camera in my hand while I'm cruising along, so I hope you can hear me. But we've got to be out. Oh, you've got the blinker on coming out. Just take it easy. See what they're doing. Cruising through. Are you doing a big turnaround? No, they pulled up, so they're not coming. They're parking up. Behind a tree. Good. It's not the fact that I've got to worry about my licence and car and that. It's the fact that I don't think you're supposed to be on this camera like this. It's actually against the law. So, old Archangel Michael is obviously breaking the law. So, God, you have to forgive me, but I'm trying to do it for the people and let them experience the country. Oh, here we go, big bloody road train. That's what you call a road train. Right, let's experience the country. Kalgoorlie, 38 Ks. Okay, we'll see how we go. Yes, all mining, everything gone even. Yeah, gonna dip out like that. So we won't go too far up or we'll lose the transmission. Sorry about that. We've got a tower back in COOLGARDIE there, and there's a tower in Kalgoorlie. And obviously there's a few dips in between. Some of these are man-made mountains. Now what we're going to be going through here, in the old way, my people's way, the Wongai way, the Wongatha, we'll be going across the strands of the ropes of the Seven Sisters star system that exists up in space. Well, this is the ropes that they use to climb up there. Now the actual stumps are way over in sandstone, so a few hundred k's up from here. But NASA has got it all accredited as the oldest story in history, the Seven Sisters, because where we describe the stars where they originally were ain't where they are now. The only way we would know that is we seen it 100,000 years ago. And the Seven Sisters, well, it's a big kick up because these roads used to go over really steep and trucks, clutches and all that weren't like they were today, so a lot of them used to burn out. So they decided they want to cut through the jump up country, which is the strands of the Seven Sisters, ropes to heaven. So they exist in between COOLGARDIE and Kalgoorlie, especially the one just before you get, when you're coming out of Kalgoorlie, where all the minerals were coming from. Because that used to be very steep. This is one of them here. See how they've cut through? See how they've cut through they've cut through it. See how it's cut off? That's supposed to be a hill through here, by law. Yes, and there's your golden pipeline. The pipeline takes the water to Kalgoorlie. Now they put a big mine there. They want to rip through all these trees because they know the gold exists underneath the roots. A lot of these old people that are long gone, the ones that know, like I know, are beginning to sell out. There's the pipeline that runs all the way from Mundaring Weir up near the city, all the way to Kalgoorlie. But they've got enough water up here, they've got all kinds of stuff. A lot of reclaiming, big giant desalination plant, big humidifiers, the whole bit, everything for water. They've gone and sealed up all the natural water, and any dams that filled up with water, they've gone and sealed all them up for a reason. Keep things getting to it so they can corner them off. Oh yes. We'll get up here a bit further, walk around in the bush. Want to find a car parking bay. Get up to that height and have a look. Sometimes it can get that hot, you can actually fry egg clean on top of that pipe. Now cruising along here, you can actually get these trucks, flick a stone straight at you. Not always you have to be behind. They flick a stone straight at you and it'll shatter your windshield just like that. Country. All through there, if you wanted to go prospecting, you can find it. Find gold all the way along. This is the gold fields. But of course, many people have done it. But there's still a few specks out here. It's not a totally desert of gold. And just out of range, you'll have all the mines digging down into the mother. Pull up here. Nice and easy. it's always best to be courteous of other drivers. Tend to find when you're out in the city, people are more worried about their own self, which a lot of people are nowadays, which is a big no-no. We've got to be more considerate of other people, not just ourselves. 9 billion other people live in this fucking planet. Sorry about the swearing, but you know, and we're not the only one. I hate those people that have the, I'm supposed to be driving, I'm in here, it's supposed to be, what are you doing? I feel like when everyone's got the right to use the road. It's like everyone's got the right to use YouTube and be able to be free. Yes, you can voice your opinion, but to a point. To a point where you're not bullying someone, where you're not taking someone's livelihood or a bloody living away from them. My father, he told me the worst thing you can do, Michael, is to take a man's livelihood away from him, because they'll defend that, whether it's good or evil. And when you get blokes like Diddy, they have so much money from the evil way, well, that corrupts the mind too. Money is a good corrupter. Once you got that big fucking checks coming in, you start thinking, well, how am I going to keep them coming in? How am I going to control all this? And now he's in the fix he is. And he goes one worse, he starts getting depraved about it. Brings in sexuality and all that stuff. And that's just bloody wrong. That's bloody, no, and what's he singing? Same dope beats bloody Satan was singing to get where he is. Like Satan where he got where he was. Same shit. That's where you're going to go. You ever fucking work that story out? Then you might work out what's going on. All Satan used to sing about was sex, bloody, you know, killing and stealing. And that's your bloody gangsters of today. That's interesting. Okay. You got bloody people out here bloody leaving rubbish everywhere. It's disgusting. This is it. This is one thing I get worried about. Shit like this. You know? And just how people just come and dump their rubbish out into the bloody mother and look at the ground. How rich it is. All that, if I got to suck all that up. You could even find gold in here. I'd probably get my out and even give it a sift around. The gold will shine out very nicely. See, all those stones, that's iron. See how full of rich iron, the ground is literally a ring the ground of any mineral. They don't just take out what they gold looking for, every other mineral they can process, they process that too. It's all money, money, money. Anytime I can come out and start bloody mining this too. But only in my country, this is down, this is Matawanga territory, which is wrong because it's all Wangapa territory. It's all Wilgarn land, and then when you get closer to where Noongar country is, that's Yilgarn land, with a Y. Yilgarn and Wilgarn. And Yilgarn and Wilgarn, well, Wilgarn, he's the crow. And Yilgarn, he's the white gorilla, the cocky. And that's our totem symbols of both nations. We're the crow, and they're the white cocky. And that's that one. That's Wilgarn and Yilgarn. But they don't tell it like that no more. They got their contemporary way of telling things, and the narrative is changing, even though that ancient narrative will never change. It happened the way it was and the way it was said, like they allow people to do, word of mouth. But that's not entirely true. Not entirely true. We do have a library system. Oh, that's the one thing out here, guys. Flies. Oh yeah, we're lucky it's winter. Well, these flies, they'll be all over you. You need a bloody net. That's all you do, put a hair net on. You don't go worry about the bloody area guard and stuff, because that's just like chucking sugar on yourself. And being from the city, well, they can smell my sweet city blood. I can live out here for at least a month before I start smelling like the country. There is other things, but I left them at home. I don't want to bloody go rubbing no bloody goanna bloody oil and emu oil on me. Stinks worse than the butt. But to give me the country smell straight away, and nothing's bloody come near me then. As crazy as that sounds. Well, looking around, nothing much here. Got a bloke over there emptying out his, at least he's emptying out his rubbish and providing a bit. Like some people are out here. Bit of a shame, I'd like to show you. Some of it's like, yeah, very rough. It's a disgrace, actually. All the money that's made out here and sucked up. I mean, see a big pile of tyres? Hey? Someone just come and dumped them there. They look like they've been for a while because they've got shit growing from them. Okay? And that's society. It's not just the government, because they do come and clean up. They just don't have the funds to clean up everything all the time. A lot of help. Organisations will as well. I mean, all those tyres there, they can all be reclaimed, they can all be recycled. This is the thing. And humanity's like this, it's a throwaway society. Like you'll get a house nowadays, unless it's bloody heritage listed. Out place, oh no, it's not going to work till I fly along. You get sucking these buggers out. Get out. Alright, let's put this seatbelt on, guys. And then I'll catch up with the chat, what's going on. Back to bed. Whoa. Yes, okay. Oh, golden queen. Hey. Temper, how you going? Debbie, how you going? I knew Debbie was there. Just catching up with the chat, guys. Sorry if you're not there. But thank you for coming and popping in. I know it's late where everyone is, 12 hours apart, 14 hours apart. Some people here in Australia, maybe. Kind of disappointed actually. You got all these bloody subs, but views and that never really kind of show what's going on with that done. So we'll work it out eventually. Alright, I'll turn him around and we'll go for a little bit of a keep going along. Won't go back to shit. Just cruise along. Wide berth, make sure ain't no one coming. Tyre spinach. Yeah, get the lights on. Alright. Hopefully get another car park. A bit further. Cruising along. Left lane, merge right. Yeah, but that's just one of the 7 sisters. Another 6 to go. Oh, 38 years ago they kicked right up about it. Now it's like it's been gone from memory since all the checks that got passed. Feel like I'm the last one, except Goldberg, Aubrey Lynch. They held her up in my country. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. See? Lies. Another one. I think you'll find this is the second one. Some of us just been cut in. But still off little strands. how the story goes and the song goes, there's still little strands that come off each one. It goes right back. Sometimes it goes underground, sometimes it comes above. You just got to know the path. But this is one of the paths where it's above ground, covered by ground. They should have never dug through them by law. But progress is progress. What can you do? What can you do? Yeah. Yes, very bloody long straight roads. Motorcyclists, they don't really like Australian roads. They're too straight and they need the sides worn on the tyres as well, so when they corner, because if they've got too much grip on the side of the tyre when they corner, it's going to get more grip and could flick them off the bike at speed. So that's why you'll see them wobbling around trying to wear up the tyre on Australian roads every now and again. They get the wear on either side of the tyre. Because she's just dead straight roads, old Mad Max style, pretty much. Yeah, you see places here where it's really, really dark red dirt, really like ochre red, and you'll see a fence around that because that's the gold is actually in that dirt. Yeah, dipping in and out, dipping in and out. That's what transmission is all about. And it was dipping back. Oh, we've got kangaroos jumping bulls now, and it's kangaroo jumping over it. But that's a pretty big bloody thing to be watching for. Yeah, kangaroo as well. Careful, don't bloody go straight through your car. And bull, well, that just destroy you. That's like hitting 2 tons straight out, bang. Roll straight up onto the bonnet, straight into the cab with you. Kicking around, still half alive. They got that problem over there in America with bloody deer. Same problem we got with kangaroos, and if not worse. It's a pretty big bloody road count in America for bloody deer running out in front of people's cars, causing accidents. Oh yeah, surely Debbie. I'm not supposed to be reading, I'm supposed to be driving. Yes, building up slowly. Well, I've got to be hard on myself, everyone else is, so why not join the crew? Nah, it's just how I've always survived. Kalgoorlie 20Ks. No, look at yourself from the third point of view. Not always from the in-way, you've got to stand outside sometimes and have a look at yourself. And that's just the way that is. So you've got to toughen yourself up, but that's the old way of thinking, but that's how I've survived. Now it's all different, as I'm finding out. Yeah, well, a bit further. Take you a bit further. Yep, dead straight roads. These trees look like they've had a fire through them, but that's the actual bark's black. and ashen looking. Hey, what's this baby here, Chris? Slow up there, woman. Christ, frightened shit out of me. Come flying out like that, bang. And that's just how easy it happens. They look and they won't register a black car in their vision. Right, that's why I got the lights on. If I didn't have the lights on, she might have kept coming sailing. That'll have been it, bang. Seeing Archangel Michael fucking up in heaven for real. I would give you a first glance if I was allowed to take the camera with me. But don't think God allows that one, and camera's not allowed until you get up there, visit yourself, see with your 2 cameras that you get given, your eyes. But that just shows you. See how quick it happens. You gotta be wary. Yeah, but she's used to living out here, country driving. They drive about, a lot faster than the speed limit. See her coming sailing up my butt right now. Oh, you get that. Oh, that bug died. The last thing going through that bug's brain was his bum. Poor fella. During the summer it's terrible. You'd get this car covered in bloody moths. Overtaken lane. Next 3 Ks goes like this, so if she wants to come up around, she can boot it up around now. It's plenty of time. But that's only if I let her. Yeah, don't get that racing capacity, dear. Want to beat somebody? Take your time, take it easy on your motor, take it easy on your car. Take it easy on yourself. Not one of those jump up countries, one of the 7 sisters. She's coming up now, so I'll slow down. Let her get around. She wants to fucking motor along. I've got no qualms with that. The way I usually travel, she wouldn't have never got wind of me, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I've got to be a bit more safer. Only got the one hand on the wheel sort of deal. But like I've been told, mate, I'm one of them guys that will probably drive better one hand than some people do with 2. Do a big turn around here in a minute. Next car park away. Dangerous. It's not a matter how you drive, it's a matter you've got to watch other people how they drive too. And after a while you get to bloody read sometimes how people motion in the car with the try to read the bloody traffic before you. Saves you a lot of troubles when you learn that. Now we're getting into the processing. Oh, the money. Now the main vein of gold, we're driving on it. That's why all the mines are on either side. They want to move the whole town, and KALGOORLIE and Boss said to start to fence it up again. People obviously getting in there, getting close, and getting pickings off the side bits. So they picked that up, fenced that up, keep you out, that's their gold. So how greedy they are. Greedy. Oh yeah, just dead straight roads. Not open country, not fatigue, so that means if you're tired, don't go driving bloody half asleep, pull up, have a little rest, recuperate, otherwise you'll fall asleep. And it's easy to do, very easy to do. Everything all out of here, all ripped up. All bloody ripped up. I was just starting to peg that up and rip that up. Now they're ripping it all up from when I was up here only a few months ago, so they extended. They chasing that bloody vein under this road. Oh. Yeah, lights in the middle of bloody nowhere. Oh, I can't work this one out, but they had to. They had to put street lights out here because it's dangerous. A lot of trucks coming in and out, a lot of accidents here before they put these in. See, crossroads. Now we're starting to get into all the bloody companies that hire shit. What goes from nothing but trees and bushland ends up turning into a city. And there used to be none of this up here bloody 10 years ago. None of these buildings. That's the one, that's the business. If you're not in the gold business, be in the hire business. Hire out the equipment. Old Brooks Hire. He originally started off with 5 cement mixers. And he made enough money from those 5 cement mixers. And well, now he's almost one of the biggest bloody hire companies for machinery bloody working in WA. See, another one. That there, you got 2 different stores. That's how popular it is. Started off all from basically, like I said, owning 5 bloody cement mixers that you take out on a work site bloody and make the bricks. Yeah, little ones. Yeah. 10 years ago, this was all bush. Now, this is a bustling city. Gold miner. KALGOORLIE. Goldfields Recreation Centre. I'll take you. That's right over here. There's the airport down that way. Yeah, that's that's where it is originally. Kalgoorlie used to originally come to. That was the first house you see when you come into Kalgoorlie, is that one. Now it's all back there, all your businesses and everything going on. As she spreads, It used to be Kalgoorlie Boulder, but when you drive through it, you can't tell the difference now. There used to be a gap of bush between them, and now, well, it's just one big city, really. That's why they call it Kalgoorlie Boulder. So these are nice houses here. But these houses are like, these houses here, you're looking at the $3 million range, guys. Pretty expensive. Everyone's got to be piped out here. Everyone's got to be brought out here. No Kalgoorlie. Let's look that up on the map. How desolate that is from everywhere else. -1, that's the best place to get to. Cheapest and quickest. Hey, right there, buddy, right there. Take it easy. Downtown Kalgoorlie. Keep the speed limit here. Definitely They got cops here. I'll go this way, that's where I want to go. I want to go here, Centenary Park. That's the one. Always pull up here. It's a good place where you can come with your caravans, pull up for the night. You've got to be a self-contained caravan. They've got a place where you can get water, and there's a place where you can empty out your bloody septic if you need to. All the old people here travelling through with their little fleet. Yeah, they've all got their rigs. Yes. Oh, crows getting feed. Have a little walk around over here. I'll show you something. Show you something. Something I know. Not a lot of people do. Oh, we're literally in the middle of Calgary. Spin this around. Kids and that. I don't. Not one for that, do that. Filming people with their kids, having their bloody time out. But I'll walk over just over here. We'll go walk up that way, have a look what they've got set up for the people here. Got that bar almost right where this bloke's sitting, to tell you the truth. So about here, anywhere around here, won't show them there, up there, it's rude to film other people. Around here where I'm standing, you dig about 60 foot down and you hit the main vein. Old people used to always sit there and laughing at these mining mob, and they didn't know that I was always sitting on that main vein. Make a visit, oh yeah, make a park. We fooled them one good proper way. Now this has all been, no, saying they can't come in here and dig here. The town, KALGOORLIE, has got a bloody heritage listing, so they can't go moving that one. Can't dig under it. Hey, we fixed them right up. They didn't know that one. They found out. They found out with their technology. The whole people told them, we know where it all is, 2 k's under the ground. For years before you get the technology to find that out. Well, they got that now and they're just finding it out, aren't they? See, should have listened. A lot of things should have listened. They got this set up and they usually have really good functions here. Now, it is getting more criminalistic because, like I said, you've got the element of everyone comes from all over the world to the mines up here and stays in Kalgoorlie. And so you could be bringing all types of elements. Then you've got a school mixed with all those elements. Then you've got all the money. So where there's money, there's always going to be drugs, prostitution. They used to have a famous bloody prostitution place, big bloody house, and it was well renowned because it was functioning properly, and one lady, she's pretty much owned it for a really, really long time, but that's closed down now. It's like a bit of a museum because of all the ones on the phone, ones doing it from home, illegally, destroyed the business. But I know people say, oh, that's a bit gross, but you've got to look at it this way. That is the oldest profession, the first one that they had, bartering off the women. That's how that one rolls. Unfortunately, that's just the basics of it. Right? And that's the thing. So, you know, like I said, yeah, the bloke coming around, he's looking while you've got the kids there, making see. That's why you've got to be courteous. You don't go filming anyone else when you're out there, especially anyone that. That's wrong, see? So that's why I've got the camera facing me and not towards them. Because that's rude. Unless they, you know, they've come up and they've asked to. And even they've got to be wary. because you know what it's like on bloody line. But like I said, I'll just give you a little bit of a tour. Centenary Park, where people come down to play. 60 foot down is the main gold vein. Get that? That's the way that one is. Right, we'll go for a little bit of a tour into town and see this town. People we haven't seen Kalgoorlie. Well, we're going to check this one out. Here with me, just put this belt on. So nobody, hit no trees and no stumps. There's laughing stock. Alright. Yeah, I've got some good rigs, those oldies, some of them. Nice little rigs. Some bloody full camper van. And some bloody just really good caravans. Okay, so then you got that couple there. That's a good rig up. That's a 4-wheel drive camper van. That one, that actually can go. That's a good one. Go anywhere. Looks like it handles a bit of water too. Yeah, wow. So generally, Kalgoorlie is a nice place to live, but it's got a pretty big element to it. But if you can work your way around that there and not let that bother you in your day, well, you actually got a pretty good paradise down here. Just a little bit expensive because everything's got to be brought in. And that's just the way that one is. Nice and easy, no rush. No rush. No rush. Okay. People will be looking at me cruising along with his phone and his mic. They're not used to it. I don't have a big camera crew following me around, they're used to that. As you can see, she's all urbanised now. That's the one thing about Australia, we're the most urbanised country on the planet. Urban mean everyone's got a house and not bloody stacked up and buildings and shit. Spread out. I mean, look at all the trees and all the nature all still around, everyone's still got that much green around it. But we've also got every bit of modern technology as well. I've seen this grow from buddy, like I said, just, from an actual buddy bush town to what it is now. And buying alcohol up here, no matter how old you are, you have to show your licence. There are people who are banned up here. There's a lot of banning with alcohol. Alcohol's a huge problem up here. That's the main fuel I usually fuel up at, but we won't bloody advertise that. It's just you'll find that's usually the tanks emptied more quickly than those ones. And they're cleaner. And that's the thing with travelling. You got to look out where you get fuel from, because you might get a dirty fuel batch, run for your car, and you could be trapped out there. I know my way around Kalgoorlie a bit, but it can get topsy-turvy, because I know they've changed a few roads and turned them into one-way roads instead of dual like they had before. But yeah, this is all heritage listed now. Hey, 1897, that building. An old pub there. That's 1908, that one, the hall. They're all over 100 years old. It's the main stretch, this one. It's the main stretch. There's the gold bar. You go to see him. He gets a good price, that one. He gives you up to 70%. Takes his cut for his little payment, and then buddy processing it. So you can take in the raw sample and still a rock, and he'll give you an estimate how much gold in there is in there, and he'll pay you for that. That way you can either get a cheque or put it in your bank, or you can actually get cash, because he's usually got a fair few wads of cash on him. Right, I'll go. I don't like being filmed, so I'm going to keep it down for you. That's it. These people don't have to skip front. Yeah, old people. A bit shy, unless you actually asked to film them. So I had to drop that camera up. Everybody show respect. That one there, I think, no, I don't know. She looked like she's from up Orbiton way, that one. So that's way up. A bit deeper. Excuse me. Oh, we're going to drive up to Super Pit, eh? See if we can get into that today. Old demonstration mine. I think they actually take tourists down in that one. That one's been set up that you can actually go down in the elevator in the actual mine. Alright, now we're going to give it a... Oh, mob camped out there. Yeah, see a bit coming up soon. Sure. Up this way. Shipping that gold out. Oh, I took the wrong turn off, but forget that. Still going to have a look at this country out here anyway. See, at any time, no? Got to be careful. You could be broken down, that guy, but lucky you got help. Yeah, we're on the other side of the super pit. I want to go next one down. I want to get this up there and have a look at a real hole in the ground. Nickel mine, nickel mine, nickel mine. We'll go this way, fucker. We'll go this way. That mine country, that's all man-made, that hill. All this electricity is all for the mines. like I said, I haven't been up this part for a few years. When you don't travel somewhere, your memory got to kick in a little bit more. We'll get there. Probably run out of battery soon. Yep, pull it in, pull it out. That's a bit of fill of that, or bloody either nickel or gold. He's coming in low gear this one. I smell his bloody clutch better. Like what? Thanks. Off to going that way, he's going to go to a big processing plant. About 5 k's other side, 10 k's other side of KALGOORLIE. And I'll take it all there and they'll bloody split it all for him. Alright, well, there we go. Yeah, that used to be all flat ground. Now, we've got a man-made mountain. Just close this window up a bit for a sec. Hear that noise? Let's take this paper to the right. Go down towards Campbell way. Won't go all the way, I'll take it just it's the new quarantine station. Some of the expressions I can see on their face, they're seeing me with this thing in my hand. The car looks a bit like it's a police car, see? They're not too worried. Yeah, this is bloody still bloody the city on one side, mining on the other. Go a bit further on. Right for that. Yeah. This is what I wanted. This is a seed pit. Okay, so she's open for now. If they've got bloody dynamite going or weather too much, they'll be all closed up. Yep, Telstra. No drones here. Oh, now we get rough. Get rid of the grade of the road, you actually go faster. You go slower, go drrrr, you go a bit faster, it takes that out, believe it or not. On a corrugated road, this gets corrugated very badly sometimes. So that bit of rain must have smoothed it out a bit. Oh, now we're getting to a bloody hole in the ground. All the tourists here. I'll give you a size comparison, how big this bucket is to how big it looks down when it's down below. I'm going to park a bit further down, it's disabled, even though it's just park anywhere, and all these people. See, that's a good deal there, that's a good one. And usually they'll tow a little bloody car, little four-wheel drive or something that's made in, they can hook the front wheels up so it acts like a trailer, and they can just hook it straight up to the back. That way they can park up where they want and go and go further on with a smaller car instead of dragging a big vehicle everywhere. Right, that's if you've got a big rig. Alright, let's go and have a look at the sea pit. This is the KALGOORLIE super pit. One of the venues they put on the bloody travellers brochures. And you come here. There's one of them buckets there. And it's on the back of those trucks up over there. Whoop. That's an explosion you can hear somewhere in the background. Dumping. And that's a hole in the ground, guys. It's supposed to be 1 kilometre deep, that one. And it goes right back where you can't see it. This is the open one. See them little tiny dots of machinery down there? Working around. Well, I'll give you a size comparison. Just to show you how deep it actually really is. Yeah, like I said, don't film people with kids and that, that's rude, so. See where they've ended it up there? That goes back towards the town, like I said. See how this is heading back towards the town? It's following the main lane. They had to stop here. But they want to go further. I see how red. How red that is. That's the gold soil. And it's around for a sec. So yeah, definitely, oh, that's actually got activity right at the bottom, so it even goes deeper than where you can see. I'll get up a bit higher, I can actually show you that. But I'll show you what he's using to dig it out with. Down there, which pretty much looks like an ant. But it's actually this big. This is the size of the bucket he's using. Right? No, that's how big the bucket he's using. Right? So it just shows you how deep this actual hole really is. Give you a bit of a size comparison. See him down there? Right down there. So that's the size of that bucket. Now you got one over there, it's working. There's trucks pulling up now to it. Pulling out about 20 tonne every pop. Digging away at that little ridge. And that's all set up for the explosions. See, it's got the holes sort of, I don't know where you can see that. I'll zoom in a bit on that. See if we can get that one. All the holes, I don't know whether you can see them. That's set up, they're going to blow that one away. That's all the drill holes, and also over there with that other one, you can actually see the drill rig dropping the holes in. And that's what they are, all folded up drill rigs. And that's the money. That's all I want, one of them drill rigs with a core sampler. And I'll take it out and just start core sampling this place about 60 foot down and get this gold myself a bit further out in the Menzies way. I've been out there digging around it, so. Yes. Let's push here. Round. Over. Hey. It's just a hole in the ground. Dug into the mother. You're right. There we go, 68 tonnes of bucket weight. Bucket costs $1 million for this bucket. That's $1 million here, guys. So if you had $1 million and you wanted a big bucket for your kids at the beach, there's one there. Shouldn't say that, that'll be next. Look, you even get a pink one. And that's KALGOORLIE Super. That's how that one is. All day long. Breeze starting to get a bit here. You probably hear that on the camera now, all bloody whistling away. Oh well. This is the Archangel Michael live, signing off. I hope you enjoyed my little tour to KALGOORLIE and the Super Pit. I'll see you soon. Oh, my credit's going to run out and the bloody phone run out and all kinds of things happen, guys. So thanks for popping in. See you later, Debbie. See you later. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, did you hear that? Just went right off. See? We just let off an explosion, guys. How cool is that? I hope you caught that banger, because I wasn't expecting that. So, well, that's God, see? Hold on, Michael, I've got one little show left for you. Bang! It's bang, right? That's made me jump. That's so excellent. Well, there you go. Like I said, they're getting ready to explode, so, you know, we'll come back, they'll let that one pop the bloody bottom tomorrow. That's so excellent. Alright, Archangel Michael live. See what goes later. Yeah, wow, you heard that, yeah, it was so cool. Oh, well, the record we were playing. Might have to edit that out at the very end. And put that out as a short, eh? It's a shame I didn't get it actually going off. If I'd have known that, oh, gee. That's actually been good. But look at that. Live. Now, see you later.